Thanks for tuning in to Quick Tips for Ringing, a YouTube series presented by Alfred Handbell, a division of Jubilate Music Group. Episodes premiere on the 10th of each month and feature a topic of interest for directors and ringers, presented by well-known handbell clinicians, followed by a coordinating musical example. On the 20th of each month, supplemental music for the episode will be posted. Follow Jubilate Music Group on YouTube to be notified of each new release. You can also join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our music is available from jubilatemusic.com or your favorite retailer. I'm Sondra Tucker, editor for Alfred Handbell, and today it's my pleasure to introduce Larry Sue, who's going to present on the topic of bass bell ringing. Larry and his wife Carla own Courageous.com, a website that is music dedicated to small ensemble ringing. Larry is also the author of the Bass Ringer's Notebook, which is now in its second edition and is available from Courageous.com or your favorite retailer. Welcome, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry Sue. I've been a bass ringer for over 30 years. And today we're going to talk about a few ideas that you can use if you're relatively new to bass ringing, picking them up for the first time. You can put your hand on the lip and use both hands. That way you split the load between your arms and you make it easier to get the bell up to your shoulder so you can ring it. Another way is to pull it back to the edge of the table so you can tip it vertically, then you crouch just a little bit and use your legs to push it up. Handbells are designed so that they have two harmonics which are really strong and some other ones which you don't worry about quite as much. The lowest one, called the fundamental, comes off of the rim of the bell, and the second harmonic comes off the waist of the bell. I can demonstrate this by ringing this D4 and then damping one harmonic selectively. So here's your D4, and if I damp the lip, you get a residual of that higher harmonic. And this is important when you damp a bell, because you have to kill both of those harmonics to make the sound stop as completely as possible. So with a smaller bell like a D5, all you do is touch it to your shoulder or finger damp it, or some other way of finding a soft surface to touch, usually just the rim, and that's enough to take care of both harmonics. With a bell like a D3, the game is a little different because you get that leftover upper harmonic. So you have to contact the bell with a soft surface both here and in the middle of the waist. So you can round it off into your chest, like that. One of my favorites is to go like this. And I've got my hand taking care of the waist of the bell while my shoulder takes care of the lip. Bass lines frequently have scales in them. And so when you have the bells laid out in order, you play them, say, from left to right when you're going up the scale. To do that with bass bells, you typically do a weave. You do that with any size bells, but with bass bells, you have to consider how large they are. And so the fundamental rule is pick up a bell and put a bell back down on the table with your shoulder as close as you can to where it's parked on the table normally. So for instance, if I'm ringing just two bells, I can have my shoulders in front of both of them and pick them up and ring them like that. If I have to play all four of these in sequence, then I have to pick up the first two and then ring the first one, and then I ring the second one, and in order to get the third one with my shoulder in front of it, I have to step over to where it is. Then I can pick it up and ring it. Then I have to step back so I can put the second one down where it lives and then step over to the fourth one. So that's a 4-bell weave with bass bells. And you can see that it takes up a lot of space. It means you have to make a lot of motion laterally, but this is the way to keep the bells where they belong. and to keep them from hitting each other. So it looks like this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you have bells that are doing that all the time, you can actually put them out of order and get around the weaving. So in this case, one way to do this is so you have them lined up 1, 2, 3, 4. If you imagine how that works in your head, then it means I don't have to step back and forth as many times or as much. And so the going up the scale is going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're new to ringing bass bells, then perhaps the most daunting part of it is picking them up for the first time. They are heavier than the ones you might be used to be.
Thanks very much, Larry and Carla. You're absolutely right. Outtakes do happen. And now, please sit back and listen to Fantasy on Winchester by William Kyle, a new release from Alfred Handbell. Fantasy on Winchester is written for 3 to 6 octaves of bells, is level 3, and is suitable for use during Advent, Christmas, or general occasions. Enjoy. Thanks for watching Quick Tips for Ringing. Look for our supplemental episode on August the 20th. And you can find our music at jubilatemusic.com or your favorite retailer. Don't forget to follow us here on YouTube so that you'll be notified when new videos release. And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram also. I'm Sondra Tucker. Thank you for watching.